There we go. Okay. I think we're recording now. I hope we're recording.
Okay.
Do you see anything? Yeah, we're recording. Okay. I'm sorry. Again, I haven't done this too many times. Okay. It's all you. You do what you want to do. Show me what it is you want to show me. I will take it with you from there. Okay?
Okay.
Good. How you doing otherwise? Okay?
Otherwise, yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay.
I just wanted to fix, I guess, some certain things.
Well, that's what I anticipated doing tonight, so no problem.
Okay, so I want to go back to assignment 1.
Okay.
Impact of visual choices. I got a 40 out of 50.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to know, how can I fix it to make it better?
Did you read my notation here?
I
Start off. Let me see it. And watch your mic. I'm getting. Okay. Can you? I need it to be all fit on screen.
I'm sorry.
I need to see the whole thing. There we go. All right. The problem that I had with this is I don't know. Now that I look at it, I don't know. It's a tricky one. I mean, it sort of is working. How do I love you? Let me count the ways. From our first date for roller skating in the park to making it through high school, still in love with each other, to romantic late night dinners, to what?
Romantic late night dinners.
Change it from that. Change it to our shared love of pizza and root beer. I mean, be more specific, because that's actually what it's saying. From our first date, roller skating in the park, making it through high school, and that's making it through high school in love with each other. I think you probably want to say from the wonderful 6 years that we've been together. That, I think, it was 18 to 25. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, it would be more along the lines of, so 18 to 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 7 years, right? 7 years?
I think it's 7.
So yeah, so make it that. Also keep these fonts all the same size. That's another thing. Make all the fonts the same size.
Okay. And then you said for
I would say to our wonderful 8 years together, or something like that. You know what I mean? Instead of making it through high school, just to our wonderful 8 years spent together, or however you want to word it, but be more specific to what you're being asked to.
for a wonderful 8 years together.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically all right. And position it a little bit more center on that. No, that's not what I mean. Flush left, but just move it down a lot. Bring it down a little bit. Yeah, that's better. The only thing is, I'm wondering if the that bar does it and the other thing too is the bars are all the different sizes. Probably try, I don't mean bars, but you know those little arrows that you're working with. Try to make the arrows the same depth. They're all slightly different. And also, I don't know whether you really need them to run right off the edge like that. I think it might be better if they came in and just ended somewhere. And I think probably the title would be better if it were centered. Yeah, center it up there.
Go to
Who's that?
Robert.
Oh, Robert. Okay, can you see Sabrina's desktop?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you're good because I'm working with her. She came in first, so I'm working with her, and then I'll work with you next since you're here. So can you hang in there?
I'm going to try to. We just all of a sudden had a huge storm run through, and I can't even see my neighbor's house 50 feet away from me.
Oh, really? No kidding.
Yeah, and it ain't rained in like 2 months or better.
Right.
So it's like, oh, finally.
Yeah.
If you want, you can help Robert while I fix this one so that you don't lose them.
No. Oh, you go ahead. I'd like to, deal with one thing at a time. We're all set up here.
So how do I put this in the middle? Because when I try to...
Well, what you're going to do is center align it. Go to the paragraph panel, center align it.
For the...
No, you have to select the text first, Sabrina. Select all the text. Now choose center align. Okay, and now just use your, get the regular selection tool and use your right arrow key to just right arrow or drag it over. That's good. Drag it over until you see that center. There you go. Now it's center aligned. There you go. All right, so let's see. What else do you need here? So you got pictures. You've got a graphic approach. You got some copy. The copy explains the situation. I'm not crazy about the different arrows. Here's my suggestion. Are each one of those arrows a graphic shape?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Well, get your get the regular selection tool. Regular, the black one. Yeah. Click on one of those. Click on one of those paths. One of those. Yeah. Click on that. Did you click on it?
Yeah.
Is it locked by any chance? Go to the layers menu. Yeah, you got it locked. Yeah, I think it's on your shape layer. Okay, so delete 3 of them. Delete the 3 bottom ones. Just delete that. Now delete the next one and delete the bottom one. Okay, now the one that's at the top, click it and go edit copy, edit paste in place. I'm just telling you to do that because that's the easiest way to go.
So like doing the alt button, bringing it down, would that be the same thing?
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you're duplicating it, dragging it down into position and drag it into the proper position, you have to, you're obviously going to have to line them up. Now, why am I having you do this? I'm having you do this because now all 4 of those little elements, once you get them all lined up and in position properly, all 4 of those little elements will be based on the same element. And it will look a lot neater because you're using one element instead of using multiple elements.
Okay.
That's really the only thing that I wanted to do is to get you to use one element instead of multiple elements.
Okay.
All right. So now you got that. Get them all to align. Select all 4 of them. Shift select all 4 of them. And go to the align panel. And align them to the left. That's the first one, the first row. Did it do anything?
It didn't look like it did anything. I'm pushing it, but it doesn't look like it.
What's going on here? Maybe it is a line. Maybe it's the pictures. Are the pictures all the same? Okay, so here's what you're going to do. All right, deselect it.
No, the pictures are different size. I can see that right
Yeah,
now.
I think that's probably my next thing. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Go to the view menu. Go up to the view menu. Go up to the view menu. Yeah, and go to rulers and show rulers. Okay, now on the vertical ruler, that's the one on the left side there, click, hold, and drag a guide out and place your guide at the furthest to the left. Go to the right edge, but the furthest to the left picture. So find the one that's the furthest to the left. I think it's probably the bottom one. Yeah. So now what you're going to do is
That one.
you're going to just click on each one of them and just use the arrow key. No, one at a time. Click on the first one and use the arrow key to arrow it over until it hits that line. Left arrow key. One at a time. What's going on? Hold on. Hit the delete key. Okay. Now click on the picture. And use the arrow key to slowly arrow it up until it hits that line. Okay, now stop. Now click on the next one and move that over until it hits that line. And now do the next one. And do the bottom one. It's on the line, right? Okay, so now they're all hitting the line. There you go. Okay, so you got one picture that hangs off a little bit, but that's no problem. And you got one picture that's a little bit shy. See it?
Yeah.
What you can do if you want, I don't normally ask you to do this, but what you can do is you can select that picture and use the scale tool. No, not that one, the one beneath it. Don't worry about that. And just use the scale tool. Click on that little button in the middle to the right and drag it over a touch. And that should distort it, but not distort it so bad that anybody would ever know. Normally I don't have you do that, but that just to get it over there. Okay, so now you got that. So really now this thing begins to look a lot more clean and organized. Now, is there anything else? Let me think. Anything else? Move your click on your title and move your title down a tiny bit. It's a little bit too high up. Bring the title. Now get not that bar. The actual text. Click on the text. Yeah. Just move it down a bit. Keep coming down a little bit, and that's probably good right there. All right, now try to visually center the copy. So go to the first copy from our first date roller skating. Click on that and try to center that visually in that arrow. So I don't mean, no. I'm visually vertically, not horizontally. I'm sorry. Get it to where it looks visually center. That's probably one little bit more down. That's good. That's probably good. Do the same thing with each one of them. Try to get them more or less visually center in there. Okay? And all four. Not too, I think you're going a little too low. Go up a little bit. Great. About there is good. Now the next one. Bring it down. That's okay. And this one here, there's so much copy. Maybe what we could do with this one, let's see. Can we simplify that statement to our favorite flowers? How about this? I love you because you love the daisy, my favorite flower. Or next to you, my favorite flower. How's that? Something like that. You know what I mean? I love you because you love the daisy. Next to you, my favorite flower. Something like that. That would be less words. Because you love the daisy, my favorite flower, next to you.
Because you love my favorite flower?
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, go right ahead. We're working on it. Whatever. Go ahead.
What about instead of my, because it's Maria's favorite flower, it's not his favorite flower. What about because I love you, our favorite flower?
Yeah, our favorite flower. I was just thinking that. You're absolutely right.
Because
Our favorite.
it's her favorite flower.
Yeah. Or better yet, I love you because you remind me of our favorite flower.
There you go.
I
I was just thinking that too.
Yeah. You see how, I mean, this is how you work these things through. I love you because you remind me of our favorite flower. And then just say the daisy. I don't even know whether you have to do that, actually. You have a picture.
No, because you can see what it is.
Yep, I think you're right. And then just what you have to do is you have to get the line break right. So I think you probably want to drop the word. Oh, that's okay. That's good. That's fine. Yeah, now center it. Yeah, center it. And then I guess what you want to do to make sure that they're all good is hold down the shift key and select all 4 of them. Shift select all 4 of the copies. Just those copies. Yeah, don't get that frame. Yeah, just a copy. And then use the alignment key to align them to the left. So they all align on the align. It's right there in the toolbar in front of you. Look, yeah, you deselected them. Click on all 4 of the copies again and look at your properties bar at the top. You should see, oh, where did it go?
It disappeared that time.
There you go. No, there it is. Yeah, there it is. No, she's got it. Align them to the left. That's the first one in the first row. There you go. Right? So there you have it. That's probably a workable solution.
Okay.
So what you should do is just basically save this thing as a PDF, submit it, and then in your notes just say, Bill, here is what we worked on in class for regrading. And that should take care of it.
Okay, so just save this one as a PDF.
You have anything else that you want to work on?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well then we'll go on to the next one. So you good with that?
Yep, I'm good with that one.
Okay. Now you submitted this thing on time, correct? Even though it was incomplete?
No, that one was done on time. It was complete.
Okay, so I can give you all credit for that.
Yeah, it was on time.
Okay. Just make sure that you put notes into me so when I go in to look at it, I'll see this.
Okay.
All right, because, I'm getting old and my mind is starting to fail on me.
Yeah, we're all getting old.
That's right. I'm getting a lot older than you guys, though, I bet you.
So I'm looking at this assignment, too, where it says brochure design.
Right.
5 out of 80. And then the walking map says 85 out of 120.
Huh?
I don't know. I must have given you the wrong mark on the brochure design because you can't have a 105 out of 80.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Are you sure it was 80 out of, no, yeah, it's got to be 105. So I'll have to fix that. Hold on. Let me do this. I got to check this. Check. Sabrina. All right, check Sabrina's. That's trifold?
No, that's the brochure for the walking.
Trifold brochure.
Yes, it's trifold and the walking map.
Oh.
Wrong grade. Okay, I got it. All right, so that I know. I will fix that. You will probably get 80 out of it because I don't know what's going on. Well, I'll have to look and see. Maybe you should look at it. Go up, open it up and look at it. So let's see what's going on there. Okay, the text is poorly formatted. There's not enough margin spacing. Okay, so let me see this because there is problems with this. And I'll explain that.
This one I submitted late, both of them.
Okay, I'll see that, but make a notation, please, for me.
Okay.
Open up the InDesign.
InDesign one.
Yes, because you want to work on it. Or if you don't want to work on it, you got something to make notes with?
No, I want to work on it.
Okay. Well, there might be more than you can do right this second, so you might want to make notes anyway. I'll look at it. Okay, so here's the problem with this. The first thing, if you look, this is you've got your layout of copy basically okay. But the problem is, like, if you take a look at Walking at Walmart on both the cover and the inset panel, which is the panel on the very left there, the logo touches the border of orange at the top. See, that's no good. You have to drop both of those down so it doesn't touch that line that you have. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
No.
You see where the yellow orange border is at the top of the entire panel?
Yeah.
Okay, look at the Walking at Walmart. Can you see where walking is touching it?
Okay.
Yeah, you got to move them down Yeah, and move them down until they visually look good. All right, and they should probably be occupying the same position. So you might want to look at the X and Y position and see that they're matching, that they're the same in both cases. That's what you want to do. So that's the first thing. All right. The second thing is you have walking at Walmart. Trim your waistline, improve your health, live better. If you think about it, you're already saying walking at Walmart with the logo, right?
Okay.
I'm looking at the inset panel. So I think you probably should remove the words walking at Walmart because it's already being stated with the logo. So remove that. And then you're going to now you're going to take that copy, trim your waistline, improve your health, live better. You're going to make that a little bit bigger and bolder. And you probably should not use that yellow color. I would go with blue maybe or black. I would go with something more conventional. That yellow just is a very weak color for that.
So I'm trying to change it, but there it goes. That toolbar keeps popping up and.
Well, the property bar is what you want up there at the top. Hit the what are you looking for?
I was trying to change the color. And
the color is right there by the T. No. Hit cancel. Hit cancel. Right there by the T. See the T? If you click on that little window, little drop down.
It's not letting me because I have your video share and everything in front of me.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Well, you could also get it on your toolbar. Look, see the toolbar? You see where the T is on the fill? Toolbar. No. There.
At the top?
No. Where the fill normally is. You see where it has a T?
Yeah.
Click that, and you can change the color. No, the actual fill. Double click it, and you can change the color. I mean, what you should do is you should try to get it black. Try dragging those little arrows all the way to the bottom. There, and all the way down. No, drag it all the way down. Yeah, and drag that little crosshair to the absolute lower right or lower left corner, absolute left corner, and hit OK. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to make that a little bit bigger and bolder. And also, you're probably going to change the leading somewhat. Go down and go. You don't need bold condensed, I don't think. You don't need condensed with this. I think you can just go regular bold. Yeah, and what you can do is see where it says 16/19, the two. All right, leave it. Go to the 19 and start making it a little bit smaller. Make it 16/18. There. And now what you can do is get your arrow tool and just walk it up. Just arrow it up. Don't even pull it up. Just arrow it up. Keep going. Keep going. You want to get it away from that body copy a bit. That's probably good right there. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so you see now that looks a lot better. Now, the other thing that I'm noticing is you see the picture that you have on that panel?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You see right below it there's copy?
Yes.
See how close the copy is to the picture?
So just move it down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not too much. You don't want to eat up all the space at the bottom. So bring it down, but not, there you go. That's better. Same thing happens in the middle column. Now take a look at the middle column. That copy at the top is just way too much. Now you got to be careful with this. You got to bring it down even more. See, what's happening is you have all these different boxes, and that's where you're going to run into trouble. Okay, bring it down. Bring the one up above it down. Not too close. Be careful with the headlines being too close. Bring them down a bit. Okay, again, give it some breathing room. Give it some room. Give it some space. Okay, now bring the Stay Motivated down. Bring it down and try to match the look of the one beneath it. Try to make it look as much like the one beneath it as you can. Keep bringing it down. And that's probably good because you got a descender. Bring it up a little bit. One up. Yeah. Now bring that copy down. And not too tight now. Be careful. Maybe up a bit. There you go. Bring that down until you got one. That's probably good enough right there. And now bring that down until it matches. And that right there looks a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay, now, you have a problem with the walking at Walmart, trim your waistline, improve your health, live better. What I would do with that is I would get rid of that picture at the bottom. I would delete the picture at the bottom. And I would take that copy right there. And again, you're going to remove the walking at Walmart because it's a duplicate. You already say it in the headline. So get rid of that. Just delete that part. Okay, now trim your waistline, improve your health, and break the line. Put live better on a third line. There. Now you're going to have to open that box up because obviously the box is, that's a girl. Okay, now select all that copy. Make it white. And go up in size, go up to 24, try 24. See what that does. Yeah, that's pretty good. And make it bold instead of regular. There. And now what you're going to do is you're going to place it nicely in the middle of that, you know, more or less trying to make it look sort of like centered in that panel, or place it better in front of that orange panel. I'd maybe bring it over until that bullet hits that red line. See the little magenta line on the right there? Keep going. Keep going. Right about there is good. There, that's good. Okay? Okay. Now save it. All right. Now, the stay motivated, let's see, tracking. The stay motivated is a little high. Click on stay motivated in the middle panel and bring it down 1, 2. Okay, that's enough right there. Let's see it now. Deselect it. And click on the, it's a tight panel. Okay, so do me a favor. Select your copy at the top. Select the paragraph of copy at the top. All right, so it is 12 over 14.4. What I want you to do is instead of making it 14.4, just make it 14. I know it's not a lot, but a little bit will help. Now do that with all 4 of them. Make them 14. And now do the other. You got a problem with that. Go. What size is the copy above it? I'm sorry. Go back to the one above it. That's 12 over 14. Okay, so set the one there. Select it and set it to 12 over 14. And yeah, over 14. There you go. Do the same thing with the bottom one. Okay, now what you're going to do the same thing with the copy on the inset panel. You want the copy to be the same. So click that and make it the same, 14 over 4. This helps because it's giving you a little bit more breathing space. There. And you're going to do this in the inside, whatever the situation. Now what you're going to do is go to the View menu. This is a neat trick. Go up to the View menu and come down to Screen Mode, Preview. Okay, now look at all of your text. There's a couple of things I noticed right away. The "You'll be glad you started" is not lining up to the left with the "Track your progress and stay motivated." So I want you to carefully use your arrow tool. Use your arrow tool. Just click on that. Hold the Shift key. Click on Stay Motivated. Oh, you moved it over that. Well, click on Stay Motivated. It's a better way to do it. Shift click that. No, you got shift click it.
Okay, shift click. What do you mean shift click?
Hold the shift key down and click. You're adding to the selection. Go down to glad you are started. No, don't move it. Just shift click it. Okay, now I got 2. Go up track your, shift click that. Okay, now go to your align. Open align window, align. I think it's object and layout align. Object and layout align. I'm not an illustrator. Object and layout align. And then align them to the left. And did they do anything?
No.
Oh, this is being annoying as heck. All right, so then if that doesn't work, drag a guide out until it hits the word track, and make sure that the other 2 headlines are up to that. The "You'll be glad" is there a space in front of you? Maybe that's what it is.
I think so.
Yeah, it looks like there is.
There might be an extra space. If there is, you got to remove it in front of the Y. Yeah, there is. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. All right, so now all you're going to do is you're going to go back into the View menu, and you're going to go back into preview, screen mode preview, and look at everything. And make sure that the spacing between your subheads and your paragraphs are even. That's what you want to do. Just tweak them a little bit and get them to look as even as possible. And I think that will improve the overall appearance of this side of your piece, and you can consider it done.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Now, let's look at the other side and see what has to happen there. Go to the inside. Yeah, so what I was trying to tell you is you don't have any margins on this. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say margins?
I do, and I don't know why they're not on there. If you create the document, like you said, with the trifold. And
Go to the view menu and go back to normal view. Go screen mode normal. And they are there. It's just that you don't have the boxes to them. See the purple lines? They're there. You don't have the boxes to them. You have to change the widths of the box. There you go. Okay? That's what the problem is. So you're going to have to do some adjusting here and just adjust these things and get them to sit the way that they should sit. You're going to have to open the boxes up and, you know, make some adjustments there. Now, if you want to get yourself some extra space, you can actually get rid of that box at the top. And this is, I think, one of the things I told you to do. Get rid of that box altogether. Delete that. Delete the word, yeah, delete the box too. Right. Delete the walking at Walmart. Okay. And go back to your, the other page. Click on the logo, walking at logo. Edit copy. Edit copy.
edit copy, just
Yeah.
copy.
Or Command C, whatever, you know, copy it. And now go back to that next spread and click in the area where you want to place it and go edit, paste, and edit, paste. Edit, paste.
Command P, correct?
I just hit, I don't know, go to edit, paste just for the heck of it. Make it easier.
Command V.
Command V. There you go. Bring it up and place it. There you go. Now what you can do is you've picked up a whole lot of space here, okay?
Okay.
So now what you can do is you can actually go in there and prepare yourself to walk, get the right gear, and place all this stuff, get them in the boxes or get them spacing right, change the sizes of them or break the lines, however you decide you're going to adjust this. And don't use a one-word widow like that. If you're going to do this, go prepare yourself to walk on, break it there.
Yeah, I'll fix
Yeah,
it.
and then you're gonna do the same thing I told you to do on the other page, which is to set the proper line spacing for the body copy and position your subheads so that they make sense, and don't get too close to the subhead and don't get too close to the bottom. You're going to do the same thing with the benefits of walking column and the walking at Walmart checklist column. Now, the other thing you want to do is you want to adjust the bullets next to your lower your blood pressure bit. You have to do that. You have to do that by using the tabs panel. So click on lower your blood pressure. Click in front of, no, with the arrow tool. Click in front of, I'm the arrow tool with this type tool, right in front of that. Okay, now go to the, I think it's a type menu. Let me see if it's in the type menu. I think it's in the type menu. And tabs, yeah, hit tabs right there. Okay, there you go. So now what you're going to do is you're going to, you see that little white area at the top?
This area.
Yeah, you're going to click on that, click, hold, and you're going to drag. There you go. Actually, do you see how that did it, how that moved it already?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to now select the next one, and you're going to place the tab in the same position with the next one. Click and place the tab. Click and drag it to the same position. There you go. And now go back and do all of them. Now you see what's happening is the bullets are indenting slightly and your copy is moving over and you're getting a much better overall look for those elements. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Now you're going to have to tweak them slightly because they're not all exactly lining up. So you're just going to have to move each one of them individually until they all sit on that line properly. It'll take a little bit of time to do it, but it'll be worth it because they'll look terrific then. Okay?
Okay.
And then you're going to give me some space between walking can help you and lower your blood pressure and stay strong and fit, and all it takes. That's space after and space after.
Okay.
Okay? And make sure, I'm looking at the finding your route refers to the map. That copy should be the same size your paragraph. Make sure all the paragraphs are the size that you're working with. I believe you were working initially with 12 point, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So just, clean this up and make it a neat presentation, and you're home free.
Okay.
You might want to move the walking at Walmart down and prepare it in the headline. You might want to move it down a little bit because there's a huge hole there. But again, you may have to move all that other stuff up to
I'm not done yet.
Yeah. So just basically get it all looking correct. All right.
Okay.
That's that.
Let
So
me just make sure.
you know what to do with it now, right?
Yep.
Good.
I'm gonna go back in there and fix it. And then
All right.
I just wanted to make sure that was it.
Yeah, and I want to make sure you're clear on it because
Yep.
again, these they're not big deals, but again, I have to do this because if I don't do this and you show it to some other instructor at some point, like in a portfolio class or something, he's going to call you on. It's really going to be my fault because I'm not telling you to fix things.
Right. I'm trying to find the other one that I did, and now I can't find it. Not the brochure, but the other one that we were supposed to do with the walking.
Walking map.
The map, that would be the first one.
Not the map.
Week 1.
That would be it.
Poster.
Yeah, poster. That would be in week 1, right?
No, week 2.
That was in week 2. Okay, I'm sorry. And week 2, and it would have been an assignment, or I think it was an assignment. That was the assignment.
No.
There you go. So this has got to be a poster.
Yeah, and I did. I submitted a poster. That's the one I'm trying to find, is the poster that I submitted.
I maybe regraded it for you. Did I regrade it?
Yeah, but I think that's where I got the 105 out of 80.
Well, I made a mistake. Why don't you just go to that grade and let me see what I wrote? Why don't you do that? Just go to where the grade is and let me take a look at what I wrote you. All right, let's see. Open it up. It's poorly formatted. Okay, so it's I think this. Yeah, no, that's not it.
That's not it.
Yeah. Assignment. It was the assignment, Sabrina. It was the assignment. Week 2.
Okay, so I did 2 of them, and I can't remember which one's what.
Poster. I guess that's it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so you see, what I was trying to tell you is you got similar problems to this. First of all, at the top there, you got Walmart with that blue. That's got to go. Get rid of that altogether. Remove the walking at Walmart. You've got trim your waistline, improve your health, live better. That's fine. Just put the logo up there instead because that's what the logo's there for. Now, the picture's fine. The map is fine. I like the idea of that blue area at the lower right, except that you got the text right up against the box. You need to inset it a little bit. And also, your line width on the first line is way too long. You're going to break it right after the achieve a number of important health benefits should move down to the next line, making it a narrower, wide width. That copy is probably okay, but you just need to move it down a little bit, and the copy beneath the picture is jammed up against the picture. That's got to move down as well.
Okay.
So those are the things that you have to do. So you got that?
Yep, I will fix those right now.
Logo, remove walking at Walmart. You might want to make that trim your waistline, improve your health, live better. Might want to make it bold, but probably it would be okay. You'll adjust it, and then you're going to move this down a little bit, move the walking on a low impact exercise copy down a little bit, and you're going to also move that copy underneath it down a little bit, and then you're going to break the line, the first line there, also fix those bullets like we just did,
Right.
and move the benefits of walking down into the box a nice amount and over from the left so it doesn't butt right up against the edges of the frame. Also, I can't tell for sure, but if you have a black line around that frame, get rid of it.
Okay.
And that should do it.
All right. I think that was it. I think that was all that I needed.
Okay, you take care of that stuff. Your grade's going to come up.
All right. Thank you so much.
Great. All right, you want to stop sharing?
Yep.
Okay, so now let's see. Robert, you were here before June? Robert?
Yes.
Okay, you were here before June?
I guess so. I don't know.
June, are you there? Can you hear me?
I just got here at 6:24.
Okay, so June, let me ask you a question. You're here to, do you have work you want to go over with me?
Yes, what I emailed you yesterday.
Yeah. You want me to critique it?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to let Robert go first because Robert wants me to do a walkthrough on, I assume, is there some things you want me to help you correct, Robert?
I've already corrected them. I just want your approval before
So
I submit them.
you're looking for a critique.
Yeah.
Okay. So June, Robert's going to get a critique from me. Then what I'm going to do is after I get done with Robert, I will go over all the pieces that you sent me. Robert, you can stay or you can go to watch whatever you decide you want to do. So Robert, here's what you're going to do. You're going to share your screen. Click on share screen.
I'm going to step away for a minute because my son just walked in. So
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, you got the screen. I see you. You go ahead and show me whatever you want.
Okay. First, I'm going to show you the correction I made for my family history.
Yep.
There's what I redid.
Okay. All right. I think probably what I would like.
This is what you wanted me to do, was add the.
Yeah. What I think I would really like you to do, though, is a couple of things. I think what I'd like to see you do, leave the tree alone. Leave the background alone. What I'd like to see you do is I'd like to see you move all the copy down. And the Robert J. Burns, June 11th, 1960, I'd like to see that go all the way up at the top. And you're going to say something like the family tree or Robert J. Burns family tree, and then June 11th, 1960. That's a headline, and it probably would look better up at the top. And then what I'd like to see you do, you got paternal father, adopted father, mother. I don't know whether you need to say paternal father because you're not saying, how are we going to do this? Let me see. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I thought I had it all done. I was like, good.
Well, I'm just trying to see if it's really clear. You got great grandparents, great grandparents. You got paternal father. I don't know whether you need paternal father. I think you could just probably say father.
Okay.
So you might want to just remove paternal father and just make it father, because you're not saying maternal mother. It's either, yeah, just remove that. There. Now, you are going to leave adopted father because that's a different story, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
The other thing, too, is make sure that those three headlines, father, mother, and adopted father, are the same size text because it looks like the mother's bigger. You should have the same size text.
Should be all the same. Let's see. That's Mini Pro 27 bold. Okay, 23.
So make it 27.
And,
That's probably 23 as well. Make them all 27.
okay,
22. See, they're different.
I see that now.
Okay, so make them all 27, I guess, because they can be a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Okay.
Run away Facebook. Okay, 27.
Okay. Select all three of them. Shift select all three of them.
Yep, I know.
And align them on their baseline, the bottom. No, that's distribute. Align them on the bottom. That's the one all the way to the right on the top row. You actually edit undo. You actually have to align it to selection. You have it set to align it to artboard. I didn't even spot that. Sorry. Edit undo.
That's what I'm trying to do, and it's not undoing it.
Command Z.
Yeah, I know. Okay, there it went.
Okay, now just go there and change it to align to selection. There you go. Now do it. Boom. Okay, there you go. Now what you want to do is you want to go object lock. Let's lock that. Object lock. Did it lock it? No, you got to go object lock selection. I think you got to go object lock and then object lock selection. There you go. Okay. So now what you want to do is this. Actually, I'm sorry, you don't want to do that yet. Take the Robert Burns. Before you go unlock them, take the Robert Burns and move that out and over to the right. Just move it off stage and put it on the side there. Okay, now go object unlock all. All right, now let me ask you a question. Do you have this set on layers?
Okay.
Have you been using layers on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what I'm
Every
looking.
single one of them.
Okay, so I want you to lock the layer that has the tree and the background. I want you to lock those layers.
Okay.
They probably are down towards the bottom.
That's that one.
Well, use the eyeball to see if it's it. Click on the eyeball, and if it hides,
Yep.
there you go. So you're going to click that layer, close it up. Okay, so those two are locked. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to try not to select the two men at the bottom, but select everything else by using a marquee selection. Click and drag over everything to select the whole thing. You know how to make a marquee selection? Make sure you get it all.
Like that?
Yes, let go.
I did?
Yeah, and now just carefully use your down arrow and the shift key to bring it down. And what you want to do is you want to get that down far enough that that girl is almost well, actually, whoa, easy now, easy. Hold on. Oh, easy. You missed your father and mother. We'll fix that. That's probably good right there. That's probably good right there. Let's deselect it for a second. Let's see what you got. All right, now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, you probably need to check. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Select the mother.
Okay, why isn't that?
I don't think you locked her. The word mother. Oh, that's, did you lock them?
I think so.
Okay, object unlock all. I don't know. Object. What's going on with this that it's locked still?
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
On the wrong layer. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I want you to do. Click on the mother. Just click on the mother. Just the mother. Well, actually, you know what? No. Go ahead. You can click the father too. Might as well do two. Okay, now just start using the down arrow to bring them down. I'll tell you when to stop. Right. Keep going. Right about there. Right about there is good. All right. Now, you're going to click on the father. Click on the mother. Shifting. Father. Click on father. And shift-click the mother.
Did.
And adoptive father.
Did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now use the align panel to align them at their baselines. That is that. Yes, that's right. And did they do anything?
No.
Okay. Then maybe they are already aligned. Deselect them and let me take a look. Try doing this. Getting your guide and drag a guide out and sit the guide right at the baseline of all three of them and make sure that they're all sitting on the same. Yeah, the mother is lower. So what you're going to do is you're going to just bring the others. I guess actually what you want to do is no. Get the guide. Is the guide locked?
No.
Click on the guide then and drag the guide up until it's touching adopted father's baseline. No, not the top, the bottom. The bottom of the baseline. You can't get it up? Click it. Yeah, use your arrow key. No.
Right there.
That's the descender, the baseline. Under the A. The base of the A. That's the baseline.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now click on mother and just arrow key it up until that baseline is sitting on that line, and do the same thing with the word father. Bring it up until, okay, there you go. All right, now take your guide and click on select your guide and walk it down until you're under the baseline of great grandparents, and make sure that both of them are lined up. They look like they basically are.
Yep.
Okay, your mother, I think what you probably want to do with your mother is you want to move your mother and her listings, the grandparents and the great-grandparents, you want to move those three more towards the middle. Because right now they're too close and they're you got them colored right. So just give them some breathing space and position them so visually they're a little bit more centered, and get the mother to align up more centered. Now, Myrna Kelly and Myrna Burns are okay. You can leave them basically alone. All you're trying to do is get these guys to sort of situate them. And you might want to hold the shift key down and just drag them, because then you'll see your guides. See, if you hold the shift key down and just drag it. No, not arrow it. Drag it. Hold the shift key and drag it side by side.
Oh, okay.
And you'll see guides come up. No, you leave them alone.
Okay.
Click on Joseph M. Kelly, Geraldine Webb. Click that and hold down the shift key and just drag it back and forth and see if you see a center guide.
It doesn't want to move. Oh, there it goes.
You'll see a center line.
There it is right there.
Okay, so you're going to use the center line to line those three texts up to one another. Do the same thing with the one above. Just drag it back and forth until you see that center line, align it to the copy beneath it. That's what you're looking for. There you go. And do the same thing with the word mother. Make sure you hold the shift key down, because you don't want to change the height of her. You just want to slide it back and forth. Wait a minute. Whoa, easy. Easy. Edit, undo. You got to deselect the one beneath it first. Edit, undo. Then just, there you go. And just drag her until she's situated properly. There. That's better. I think the word great-grandparents underneath father needs to move to the left a little bit. It's, I think, a little bit out of alignment. Bring it over. Probably bring it over until it almost appears the center. And whoa, stop. You know what? You can now take the words William Burns and Annabelle Banks and move that over slightly. Just move it over a little bit until it appears to be center. You know, again, you can do the same thing with this. You can align these things using the center line. That's a boy. That's how you do it. Line them up using the center and try to find the center of the line, like great-grandparents. That's the line center now. And you're going to do the same thing with that. See, line it to the center of, keep going over, I think. There. You see how there are different lines. So, yeah, so grandparents, you're going to see if you can align that towards the center. So really what you're doing is you're just cleaning up the columns and making them look neater, okay?
Okay.
So once you do all that, I guess the thing I would do is take the picture of your mother and move her down until she's on the baseline with the others. Move her down.
Okay, because I know these are even.
Yeah. Well, the one's a little higher. Yeah, bring it down. That's good. Now you can bring her down. You might even want to make her a tiny bit bigger, you know, because she looks like she could be a touch bigger.
Okay.
You know, and I don't mean radically bigger, but just maybe a little tiny bit bigger to make her you're probably okay. You probably don't even need to make her bigger. Just move her over to the right a little bit, or to the left a little bit. I'm sorry. Move her over to the left just a little bit. That's probably pretty good right there. Okay, now, the only problem that we have is you don't seem to have, did they give you a size for this?
No.
Okay, so here's what I'll have you do then. Since they didn't give you a size, I'll make this really easy on you. Oh, and by the way, mother has to be centered over the Simon Webb Margaret Moffat. So you'll have to center that. And you're going to have to adjust the centering on the adopted father side as well. Okay, the father side looks okay. The mother center copies look okay, but the mother needs to center, and you need to fix the adopted side so it matches the other side. Is that good? You got that?
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a big deal, but I mean, again, your neatness counts. And do me a favor. When you start working on the adopted father side, are you there? Hello? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I want you to give me. I want you to give me some nice spacing, like you have on the father side. Yeah, you're doing it. That's good. You're doing it. You're doing good. That's good. That's good. Much better. Much better. Just be careful now. Just be careful. There you go. Now, you see the divorced 1968 and married 1969?
Yes.
Click on the divorced 1968 and just use your down arrow to down arrow it until it reaches about the chest height of your father, Robert R. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Right about there is good. Do the same thing with the married 1969. Move it over closer to Gene E. Move it over towards him and bring it down until it's about the same height as divorced 1968, William R. Okay?
Better?
Yeah. Are they online with each other? Make sure they're online with each other. So you're going to move married 1969 up just a touch. Okay, now the last thing that I want you to do with this is I want you to carefully select the head of William R., the blue man. Click on him. Just click it. Click the silhouette of William R.
Okay.
Just select his head. Click it.
Got it.
It is?
Yes.
Okay, not the text. Okay, now also shift-click divorce 1968. There you go. Now, use your right arrow and walk them over a few steps until I'll tell you to stop. Keep going a little bit more. That's good right there. Whoa, 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 easy. Go back a tiny bit. Couple. There, that's probably good right there. Now deselect it. Okay, so this is looking really good. All I'm going to have you do now is this. I'm going to have you go up to the top. I want you to select the page tool. That's the tool right above the hand tool on the toolbar. The page tool. Toolbar. Toolbar. Yeah, all the way down to the hand tool. One above it. That's the artboard tool. Click it. Now, I want you to increase the size at the top a little because you got to put a headline up there. So you're going to drag that up, making the artboard a little bit bigger up there, which means that's not too much. You're going crazy here. Come back about halfway. A little bit more. Keep coming back. Just a bit more. Keep coming. Keep coming. Right about there. That's good. Okay, now get the regular selection tool. And all you're going to do is you're going to go into your layers panel and unlock the layer that has that, that color on it. I think you might have it locked. No, you don't have it locked. So just select that color and drag it up until it touches that line. Now that's your headline area. You can take Robert J and put that up there and make it one line, or fix the whatever you want to do. Make your title up at the top. I might consider making Robert J. Burns a little bit bigger, and I would also maybe consider adding what is it? What am I thinking here? It's a family tree. Family tree. Robert Burns, June 11th, 1960. Family tree for Robert J. Burns, June 11th, 1960. Center align it. Center align it. There you go. And just family tree for Robert J. Burns.
Okay.
And that's it. Then you're done. I would submit that way, and you're good to go. There you go. Now all you have to do is adjust that frame. And yeah, you want to actually put family tree for Robert J. Burns in one line. So you want to open it up. That should be in one line.
Okay. Okay. Hold on.
Yep. And I think you'll see that look a lot better. Just going to find an Allen key. I can finish that and clean it. Fucking hate snow. I think you have to click in front of Robert J. Burns, and you have to delete to bring it up to the line above it. I think you have it on a second line. Just click in front of. All right. Well. Okay. Now select both of them. I don't know what's going on with that. Why is it doing that? Select both of the lines, and what's going on with this thing? You have it set to center align?
No. Hold on. I will.
Oh, okay. Okay. There you go. And maybe just make the family tree for Robert J. Burns bold and a little bit bigger, and make the June 11th a tiny bit smaller, so that it really looks like a headline, and bolder and a little bit bigger. Not ridiculously bigger, but just a touch bigger. Bolder, and then move it in position, and you're good. I'd make the whole line. I'd make the whole line. Family tree for Robert J. Burns. I'd make the whole line bold. You're gonna make the whole line, Robert. Can you hear me? Robert? Hello? Hello, Robert? Robert, can you hear me?
I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I want you
Hello.
to make the whole line family tree for
Yes.
Robert J. Burns. I want you to make the whole line bold. There you go. Whoops, what happened? Are you gone? Did I lose you? Robert, are you there still? Hello? I don't know what's going on. Oh, this is working out like crazy. June, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here.
Okay, so I guess what it is, Robert was saying something about, oh, yeah, there he goes. He's gone. Robert was having trouble because he's got a storm in his area. So that's what's going on there. So, okay, so are you okay with me giving you are you intending to correct any of this, or are you set with what you've done, and you just want me to give you some pointers on how to make them better. What do you want to achieve here?
No, I'm looking to correct it because I'd like to. I only have one thing that someone has told me that is portfolio ready, and I have what until January to correct it, and I have nothing besides.
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen then.
Okay.
All right. And share the screen. And I do have you set up here. Let's see, where you at? June. Here you are, June, right? June is okay to call you?
Yes.
Okay, so here's this. All right, so here's the problem with this. Visually, it's not bad. Technically, I think what you could do is, right now, your characters don't work 100%, and I'll tell you why that is. Because they're dark against a very dark flower, against a very dark heart.
Okay.
And I like the heart, and I actually like the characters. But what I'm thinking you could do is, do you remember I showed you guys using the appearance panel? I showed you how to put a stroke behind objects the correct way.
Vaguely.
Yeah, you go to the you select the object. So what you would do is you would select the characters, the two kissing silhouettes. You'd select that object.
Mm-hmm.
You'd go into the appearance panel, and you have the ability in the appearance panel to put a fill and a stroke. So you would select put a stroke. Now, what will normally happen is the fill will appear beneath the stroke. So what happens is when you put a stroke around the filled object, the stroke is centered on the line. So what happens is the object will start impinging on the fill. You understand what I'm talking about?
Kind of.
Okay, there's a stroke, and the stroke is a line, right? And depending upon the size of the line, it gets thicker and thicker and thicker, right?
Right.
Okay, well, that thickness is centered on the line, on the path. So that means half of it is going to go inside and cover up the fill, which makes them look kind of weak and skinnier. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, so you can drag the fill up above the stroke. And in doing that, what happens is the inner part of the stroke gets covered by the fill. So then you can go in and you can make a very thick stroke around the outer edge of an object.
Okay.
You got that?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm saying that you could do here is literally you could go in and you could just put a nice little stroke around these characters to whatever size you think looks good. And you're using the appearance panel, and you will put a stroke, and then you'll drag the fill above the stroke, and what will happen is you'll get a really cool looking stroke around the outside of these characters. And then the whole thing will work a lot better.
Okay.
All right. Now, the other thing that's wrong with this is you don't have a title on it. You should have some sort of a title. Maybe what you would want to do for the title is, see how you've got Wally and Marina Forever, Marina and Wally Forever. You see those two areas of copy that you created?
Yes.
Okay, maybe instead of having that copy there, you have that copy across the top, and it will then say across the top like a title, Wally and Marina Forever. And then instead of having Wally and Marina and Wally Forever around the way you have it there, work out something that says, you know, I love you because you love pizza and daisies. I love you. I love roller skating with you. See what I'm saying? Instead of having Marina and Wally Forever, right? I love you because you love daisies, pizza, and root beer like I do. Something like that. And then maybe I love you because, or I think daisies are beautiful like you are, or something like that. See what I mean?
Okay.
Right. Then the other thing is you have 18, 18, 23. It doesn't really mean anything. It's kind of like, it doesn't really tell the story. You have to somehow or other say that Wally and Marina have been together since they were 18 until they're 23. somehow. Either they've been together for 7 years or 18 to 23. 18 to 23 and forever. So maybe that's the way to go. Wally and Marina, 18 to 23 and forever. Maybe that's your title.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then it will make more sense than just having 18, 18, and 23 on their feet, which people are going to think, well, what does that mean? Is she number 18 and he is number 23? See, it doesn't really tell a story. You're trying to tell a story. So all I'm saying to you is that you need to explain better what the elements are all about, and you need to make those silhouette characters pop some more. Now, there's another thing that you could do that might work. You could try this as well. Select those characters and put an outer glow around them.
Okay.
That might work. I don't know. You're going to have to experiment and be a little creative with it. I really like generally what you did. I like the colors you chose for the background. I like the fact that you've got that, glowing sphere. I like all that. I like the way you were very neatly arranging, the very neat arrangement that you have of your AW, the root beer, the pizza, and the daisies. That's all really neat. You just need to tell the story completely, and you can use words to do it.
Okay.
So is that clear?
Yes. Now,
Okay. Because visually, I mean, this could be a nice portfolio piece. Visually, it's a very clean job, very nicely done. It just needs to be strengthened a little bit, and you've got to figure out how to tell the entire story. So really what the story is, these two like roller skating. They've been together since they were 18 to 23. They both share a love of root beer, pepperoni pizza, and Marina loves daisies. So that's what you have to express on this. Visually, you're expressing it, but you can support it with words. And that's what I would say right now you need to do.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
All right. So let's kill this one. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one here. Frankly, I think this, what's that on the bottom there, that white? What do we need that for?
That was with the map. It's Antarctica, but
Okay, but we're not really examining Antarctica, so I would probably get rid of that.
okay.
So get rid of all that, and I would probably, these little things on the outside here I don't think hurt too much, although I don't think you really need them. So you could get rid of that stuff there, get rid of this
All
stuff.
the little islands and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think all those are necessary. So I'd get rid of Antarctica at the bottom, some of these islands, and a few of the islands over there, some of them over here. It's not necessary. What I would do is I would utilize the extra space to make this center graphic bigger. I'd try to make that as big as I possibly can. Your internet usage statistics is just fine. The internet big picture is just fine. And what you've got going on down here looks okay. But what I would have you do very, very carefully is just check to make sure that you have all the text lining up and the same size all the way across, and that they distribute evenly across the bottom. It sort of looks like that's what's going on, but I would have you double check that.
Okay.
You might also use the internet big picture. You might also make that just a little bit smaller. I don't think it needs to be quite as big.
Oh, okay.
All right? So do you think you got all that?
Yeah, I'm taking notes as you talk.
So you can leave the internet usage line alone. That's fine.
Okay.
Make the internet big picture tiny bit smaller. Remove Antarctica and any of those stray islands that really aren't being discussed in this particular study. So you can remove them just to simplify things. It's, again, the accuracy on that is not a problem. It's just really you're showing you, and you did by the way, you did nicely with the continents. You got the continents well defined. The colors are very nicely done. You did a good job, generally speaking. It's a nice visual piece. Remove Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
Don't move the bottom necessarily, but adjust the size of the center graphics, which is the North America, Latin America, Africa, Europe, Middle East, Asia, and Oceania. And by the way, do I mind? Yeah, I'm not sure I'm totally mad about the black and white text, but I guess you could leave that. I guess that will be okay. I kind of always like to use one color. And try seeing what would happen. Did you try Oceania and North America with white text? It didn't show. Is that why you went with the black?
It washed it out. So like the text was washed out.
Right.
Barely see it.
Right. Okay. Well, then I guess you're going to keep that. Africa, though, I think you can go white. Europe, I think you can go white. I think it's the Oceania and North America. You could probably keep them. Again, try them in white. If they look too washed out, leave them in black. But try to make Africa and Europe in white, because I know it'll stand off the green well enough, and I know it will stand off of the orange well enough.
Okay.
So you got that? You all clear on that one?
Yes.
All right. You sure?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Just want to make sure. Got you here. All right. Let's go to the brochure. We didn't look at that yet, right?
No, we did not.
All right. Let me zoom this thing out. Let's. Okay. And that panel is this the inset panel?
Oh goodness. Do you want me to bring mine up? My InDesign one up?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me do this. Let me stop sharing, and you can share your desktop. I'm going to step away for 1 second. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
1 second. Okay. All right, you're going to open this up in InDesign, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this will be better, because then I can kind of get the lay of the land better. So that one that we talked about last night, your family tree, did you do anything with that yet?
I did. I actually have it up. I'm working on it.
Okay.
And I've gotten all the way to collation. So now I'm working on me and Maurice and my boys.
Okay, and then did you get to the point where you took those flowers and turned them into symbols?
No, not yet. They're
Okay, do that, and when you
locked
do
down.
that, before you turn them, get rid of all of them. Before you do that, take one of them before you turn it into a symbol. Take one of them and apply that that outer glow the way I explained it to you last night, using the normal blend mode instead of the what was it?
Okay.
I don't remember which one it is, but whatever the blend mode is, set the blend mode to normal and make it black, and then make it light, feather it, and just so it helps that flower pop off of that tree. You want it to show as much as possible.
Okay, I did that. I thought you meant the glow. So I need to go back and make a symbol, but before I do that, make it glow first.
Yeah, I'd put the outer glow. It's actually not so much. It's called outer glow, so I don't want to screw you up when you go to do it. It is outer glow, but you're taking the outer glow and you're making it normal, and then you're making it black. So it's really an outer shadow. It's not even a shadow. It's a glow, but it's a negative glow, a black glow. It helps. Basically, what it's going to do is it's going to help that flower pop off of that tree. That's what you're trying to achieve.
Flower before.
Yeah, and I don't think you have to resubmit this, because I think I gave you full credit for this.
Oh no, you did. I just wanted to.
Yeah, you can still resubmit it. I'll take a look at it, but I gave you the credit for it, and I knew if I talked to you, you'd do it, because you're responsible.
I try to be.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
Go back to InDesign and it down.
All right. Yeah. So really, you're looking pretty good here. I would say this though, on the back panel, I would make the Walmart. You see where you have Walmart, that logo there?
This.
Yeah, I'd make that extremely small, and I would put in some sort of a address, web address maybe, and a phone number for information.
Okay.
Okay? So that's what I would do there. You're walking at Walmart on your cover. Looks great. I like the boots that you have there, except they kind of look like work boots and not walking shoes. But, you know, if you get the chance, just as a suggestion, if you get the chance, see if you can get footprints for a walking shoe and not they look like some kind of a boot.
It was a walking shoe, though.
Okay, well, then it's okay then. Leave it. That's fine.
Okay.
Here's what I would have you do on the back panel. Oh, you know what you could do on the inset panel? You know which is the inset panel?
Yes.
Yeah. Take the trim your waistline, improve your health, live better. Click on that and just move that copy up a touch.
Okay.
That's okay. Let it go. Let it go up. That's fine. That's good right there. And that's fine. Leave that picture alone. That's all I wanted you to do. Now, the stretch, see where it says stretch? Oh, by the way, at the top there, help you comply. You see it up the top there? The box at the top? Close that box a tiny bit at the top. And that's the back panel. See the one word spilled up into that?
This.
Yeah, close that frame down. Make that frame a little bit smaller. Or better yet, at the bottom there, open that frame up just a little bit. And drag the frame open a little bit.
There we go.
There you go. Also, if you can, play around with the text to see if you could get that one-word widow gone, because that don't look all that good.
Okay.
All right, but you could do that. Here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to take that copy in the middle, click on it, and I'd like you to bring it down some. It's too close to the band at the top. So you're going to just move that down. Use the down arrow. No, just down arrow it. Down arrow it. That's it. Bring it down. Keep going. Keep going. You're going to move the picture. Don't worry about it. That's good right there. Now take the picture and just reposition the picture so that it sits better. And overall, that's good. Overall, you got a much better look. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So that probably will suffice for this panel. Let's take a look at the inside panel real quick. Yeah, you got a similar problem here. Your copy, you've got to adjust the spacing. All right, you've got your copy's too close at the top.
Okay.
So maybe what you want to do is you want to maybe make that map tiny bit smaller, giving yourself a little more room. When I say a little bit smaller, I don't mean radical now. I mean just like maybe use the scale tool and reduce it down to say, oh, I don't know, 97%. Try 90%. No. It's right in the properties bar. You see, look, it's 100%. Make it 97, and it'll go down proportionately.
About right there.
A little bit more.
Is it moving? Because I see 100% there still.
Do it again. Yeah, it is. It's going down. That's probably good. And you can move that. You can just down arrow it a slight bit. A little bit more. That's good. Now you got, oh, that's good. That's good. Now you got room for you can move all your copy down at the top on both of those panels. And you don't want that Walmart logo touching that border at the top, that band at the top.
Should I select it all together?
Yeah, you can do that. Yep, that's right. Now stop. Now deselect the Walmart. Just click on the copy beneath it. Just forget about the Walmart. Click on the copy beneath it, the left panel. Now, no. Deselect, click the gray board outside. There. Now click on that copy again.
This one.
Yeah. And start bringing that down. Just down arrow it a bit. Keep going. Whoop. That's good right there. That's good right there. And both of those panels now look basically okay. All right. Again, you should check your copy, check your subheads to make sure all your subheads are the same size. I'm not sure, but stay motivated could be a little bit bigger than the others. Make sure that the spacing before and after are the same. And also check the size of your body copy and make sure that the body copy is the same size. And if you want, depending upon, like, I'll tell you what, just for the heck of it, the copy that's on the left panel there, the body copy, place your cursor in that for a second. Click on that. Click the cursor until it goes in. Okay, so it's Minion Pro 14 over 16.8. Make it 14 over 16. You have to select it. I'm sorry. You have to select the copy.
Okay.
Select that copy and make it 14 over 16. There. I'll do the same for all the copy. You don't want those half points. You don't need that. And it's just taking up space that you could use to open up a little bit and give it a slightly better look. See how that closes it somewhat?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that you could do here is you've got that big picture on panel 3. You can reframe that and make that picture narrower in its depth. You can cut out a little bit. You use the frame to just cut the, yeah, you'll fix that as well. 16 over 8, 16. Yeah. See, now you got a little bit more room there. Now, the other thing you could do is click on that picture of the, just now take the center and drag it down a little bit. Not a lot, just a bit. Not, that's too much. Come up halfway. Come up a bit more. Come up, keep coming up. Right about like that. That's good. There. And you can do the same thing at the bottom if you want. You're just trying to get some more space here. That's good. There. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to click on that copy. Okay, and now just start, down arrowing that copy. Keep going. Bring the optional way down. Keep going. Up. No, you've gone too far. Go. Yeah, that's a little bit more. Right about. Keep going. A little bit more. Okay, stop there for a second. Actually, you know what? Here's what you're going to do. Click on that. Click on that picture. And down. Move the picture down. There you go. Now keep moving it down a little bit more. That's good right there. That's good. There you go. Doesn't that look a lot better?
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Looks great.
that should do it. Oh, you're back.
Hi, Robert.
Yeah, I got out because of this storm.
Yeah.
Thank you, June. I said I wanted rain, but I didn't mean this.
That's what I said. I knew that happened.
I drove through it again on the way home. Sorry.
So you can save this and submit it. Did I give you full credit for this yet, or what?
No, but that's because I turned it in late.
Okay, but I gave you credit for the repair that you did, and I gave you a critique.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't owe you any credit for this. You're good.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so save this because this is what you could show. You could start showing these things for your.
Okay.
All right. And what, you got something else?
Go ahead with Robert.
Okay. Robert, did you have something else?
Yes, I did. I had one more project.
All right. All right, Robert, you can take over for a second. Take your screen over.
I did. Oop.
All right. All right. So are you okay with the you're okay with the family map though, right?
Let me go back to it. There. Now tell me what you think. 'Cause what you told me was just put these in here,
Yeah, you probably need to move the title down. The title's a little too high. Move the title down.
Okay.
And make sure it's centered on the
It is centered.
Okay.
It is centered.
Okay. Yeah, probably that's good right there. All right? Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll work.
Looks good to me.
Now, I don't know whether, let me see here. Mother, Simon, how does this work? So this is grandparents, the grandparents. I guess you're okay. I guess you can leave that. That's fine. Maybe, you know what you might want to do? I'm just thinking you might want to consider having the names, the people's names like William Burns, Annabelle Banks, Simon Webb, Margaret Moffat, George Burns, Anna Smith, and so on and so forth. You might want to just bold them up. Make them stand out a little tiny bit as opposed to the rest of the copy, which is normal. So maybe just put the names in a little bit bolder copy.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see here.
I'm just thinking it will help make them a little bit more, prominent and important.
I knew that was going to happen.
Well, try semi-bold. Try semi-bold.
Okay.
I don't know whether semi-bold is going to change it very much. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, see. The bold actually looked better, but semi-bowl's okay. You can go with semi-bold. It does it. This is what I told you. So it did what it did. It's fine. Try semi-bold. I just want them to be a little bit, punchy, a little bit more punchy, so they're more meaningful. Yeah, that's better. You're working visually with this thing, so there's a problem that you have to be visual with it, and these little things help the visual quality of it.
It's going to change this considerably.
Yeah, it's better. That's to come in right over top of your.
Yeah, I know. It's like, ugh. Oop, nope.
Yeah, that looks a lot better. That makes it even more readable and a more finished appearance overall. Also, is that Myrna L. Burns a different size than the other? It looks bigger. The one that's 1940, the one that's closer to your stepfather. Is that a different size? I think it is.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Yep, fix the size on that. Both lines.
It's supposed to be 15.
Yeah, and the same thing with
We'll find out here in a second.
Yeah, 1940 is the same way.
Oh yeah. Hold on one second. Let me see what it was.
15.
Yeah, it was 15. Okay.
Okay. Good. That's just, again, I'm calling you on this because that's what the graphic designer has to be careful, and you have to make sure that you're consistent, and all these little things matter.
Yep.
And more than likely what will happen is when you're a graphic designer and you're working for somebody's going to check you. They're going to look at what you did, and if they see it, they're going to tell you to fix it. So that's why it's always a good idea to try to catch all this stuff yourself. I mean, I have it happen to me when I'm working on stuff. I'll miss little things, and then somebody will catch it on me, but I try to do it myself, so it's not as embarrassing. Not that it's that big of a deal, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
So there you go. I think that looks pretty good. I think that'll probably suffice right there.
That'll suffice to give me full credit?
Yeah. As long as you weren't late with it.
No, I wasn't.
So submit it and indicate that you were in class, we worked on it, and I'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
All right?
Now, the other one that I have, hold on, let me go ahead and save this first before I do anything else.
Yep.
AI, replace, okay, PDF, place, and high quality. Yeah, get off there right there.
Good.
Okay, the other one was my last week's, the This.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I redid.
Okay. All right. So the big problem I have right off the bat is I really, really don't like when you have text that's on a side like that. So try to do something with that. Either that or.
Unless I make the board a ton bigger, there's
Well,
no way to
give you a size? Did they give you a size on this?
No.
Then make
No.
the board bigger. Make the board bigger. I know it's a pain in the neck, but make the board bigger. Because to be honest with you, I really don't like that vertical appearance on these things. I just don't think it works really well at all. I don't know whether you have to make it that bigger, but you know, make it just.
Well, to put them all side by side, I probably will. I don't know. But then it's going to change how I got everything here.
Well, what I would do is I would set up the columns first. How many columns you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
14.
Yeah, how many?
14.
14 columns. I would start off by giving yourself a margin, establishing a margin first, and then set up 14 columns. Actually, you would be amazed at how simple doing that would be. You want me to show you a wild trick?
Sure.
Okay.
Because I worked hard on doing it this way. And
what's the size of your artboard? Tell me the size of your artboard. Actually, I don't think it matters.
I think I did 11 by 14.
All right. So that's what's all right. Let me just show you a cool trick. This will make it easier for you. You say there's 14 of them, right?
Yes.
Let me open up Illustrator. I'll show you a great trick. This is something. Can you see my desktop, right?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second to get this open. You know these programs take a minute to open.
I know.
So what I'm going to do, basically, I'm going to use the blend tool. I'm going to use the blend tool to create my columns. You're going to love this. This is so cool. And this is a great trick for any time you have to divide something up. It's just a great way to go. It's fast and incredibly accurate. So watch now. I'm going to start off by creating a document. Come on. Here we go. All right. Create a document. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's go. File new. All right. Create a document. And I'll make the width. I'm just going to worry about the width. I'll make it 14. Okay. 8 by 14. I'm not even going to name it because it's just a demo. Okay. So I'll go view. Hold on. Ugh. All right, let's go, baby. Come on. Okay, here we go. I actually got it. I don't need this. All right, so what I want to do is go to the view menu, bring up my rulers. Okay, show my rulers. Bring a guide out, and I'm going to set a margin area of 1/2 inch. Just what I'm going to do. It doesn't matter. Just 1/2 inch. So I'll come over here and I'll make that 1/2 inch as well. Okay. And what happened? I get no guide. Can you see a guide there? What's going on with
Nope.
that? All right, here we go.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. So now I have guides, a margin. You need 14 divisions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to click, hold the shift key down, and I'm going to drag myself out a little bit of a line, just like that. Right now, for our purposes, it doesn't really matter how long this is. It's just to get me started. I'm going to go edit copy, edit paste in place, hold down the shift key, and drag this thing over until it hits right there. Okay? There we go. All right. So now I have a line here, and I have a line here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a blend in here with 14 divisions. So go to the object menu, come down to blend, and go to blend options. I'm not going to choose smooth color. I'm going to choose specified steps. I need 14 of them, I believe. So I'm going to put in 14. Hit OK. Object, blend, make. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I end up with 15. So actually, let's go edit undo. All right. and let's go to the object. Let's go to blend options, and instead of 14, let's make 13 and see if that works. Object, blend, make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Bingo. There you go. That's all there is to it. Now, if you want, I don't know, let me see. I think you might have to expand this. Go object, expand, and fill and stroke it. Okay. Now, let's see if this is it grouped. Yeah, object, ungroup. Now, I haven't done this in quite a while. Let me get rid of the guides. Let me select these things. And I think it's object. Where is it? Where are the guides? Create guides. Where was it? Where did he do it from? Edit object. Somewhere in here you can make guides. I haven't done object path. Where is it? Shape, pattern blend, compound path, clipping mask, artboard, graph. Somewhere in here you can make a guide. Well, I don't know. I can't remember how to do it now because I don't do it very often, but I could turn them into guides if I want. Now, if you want to use these as rules, you're going to make your board bigger, so you'll make your guides bigger. But that's the quickest way to come up with very even spacing. And if you want to, you can take this thing, select them all, and then just use this guy here. If you want to actually make them lines, just hold the shift key down and just drag them down to the bottom, and now you've got lines for your guides. So that's the quickest way that I can think of do it. Just got to remember, you always want to have a margin. Always want to have a margin. Okay, does that help you, Robert?
Okay.
Does that help you at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's ditch this, Hypno, and I'll stop sharing. You can start sharing again, and we'll talk about yours. June, have you got anything else you want to show me?
Yes.
Okay. So, Robert, here's what I would do. I would make your title, Examining Medium, just a little bit smaller.
Okay.
I would move the advantages and disadvantages up and make that smaller.
Okay.
I would move your pictures up, and instead of having the magazine, brochure, poster, billboard copy along the bottom like that, I would turn it on its side, make it wide enough that you could turn it on its side, first of all. Then you're going to make your lines the way I did. You want them to be even, and you want to give them enough room that you could actually get the text in there in a good way. And then you're going to put those magazine, brochure, poster, so and so and so underneath each of their appropriate elements. You might want to actually keep them outside the frames. In other words, say I got that line above the pictures.
Okay.
You might want to put that beneath the copy, and then have all of them sort of kind of flush towards the bottom and let them be a little bit looser towards the top. You know what I mean? Instead of having them floating around all like they are doing, baseline them all, put the copy on them, and let some of them be deeper than the other. That would be a better look. Then you're going to put your text beneath it. Okay?
Okay.
And that should do it.
Okay.
I know you're disgusted. Oh, my God, I got to rework this thing. But you'd be surprised.
Yeah, it took me till 3 a.m. one morning, and then I got up and worked another 4 or 5 hours the next day on it.
Yeah. Well, just try to take your time and try to salvage as much of this as you can. Start off by giving yourself a wider board. That's the first thing. Make a wider board. And then, like I say, divide the board the way I showed you. Make sure it's wide enough that you get a decent column width. Because the other problem is, I mean, this looks terrible. More targeted, and you don't even have the word on the line. More targeted, long life. So it doesn't look good. So, I mean, the bottom line is you want to get this thing so that visually it'll read very well. Maybe if you can, you could perhaps try to simplify the words too. Targeted life instead of more targeted long life. Flexible time, effective, that's fine. Active, what's that? REPON.
Well, they're two different ones. more targeted, and long life.
Okay.
You know, each of them are two different words.
Okay. It doesn't come off that way. You can't, first of all, you
Okay.
can't really read what they're. So you really have to make them two separate statements, give a little bit of space between the two of them, and make it so that you don't have this kind of effect happening with the breaking of the words, because it just kills the whole appearance of it and makes it impossible for you to figure out. That's not what you need for a whatchamacallit, infographic, okay?
Okay,
All right. Sorry.
that's okay.
But I do want you to try to get something that's right. All right, June, you want to come back? We'll wrap up with you, I guess, because we're getting close to the end. You have a lot more? June, you there?
Okay.
What else you got?
This week's.
Oh, you want to show it to me?
Yes.
Let me see.
Let me see.
Robert, how you doing with this week's, okay?
I haven't even started because I was getting all this done first.
Okay. All right. You think you'll be all right with it?
Yeah, I should be.
Okay, you can come see me tomorrow night. I'll be, you know where I am tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
Okay, and Saturday too.
Where am I?
Share screen.
There you go. Share screen.
What's going on here? There we go.
All right. No, he can't see you, but be quiet. Okay. Now I noticed one thing right off. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you fine. Go ahead.
I have serif and sans serif in the headers. Is that okay?
I
lost everything.
would probably change the header to match the font that you're using for pros, cons, and application.
Okay, so
Yeah.
more of a sans serif.
Yeah, match that font. It's okay that you have sans serif in the copy beneath that. That's fine. Careful of the one-word widow. I see right off the bat in the very first prose, there's a one-word widow in the first line. I'd move the word to down to change that. And also in the cons, the same thing. You got two. In other words, you don't need your widths to be quite as wide, and you don't want one-word widows. So try to avoid one-word widows whenever you possibly can. I see quite a few of them. The second one in prose, the first one in cons. Let's see what else I see here. I see where it says where your arrowhead is sitting right now. Billboards can be distractive to driving. See that?
Yes.
Okay. See where the word "when" is on the first line?
Yes.
That's too wide. You're going to move that down to the next line.
Okay.
All right. So in other words, and I if you go down a couple of more, you can see that there's of most or most of. Again, just you got the column width's too wide. I can see the same thing at the next to the last one, right where Pinterest is. It's actually not the next to the last one. Yeah, that one there, it's too wide. The top line is too wide. See what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, try to avoid that because it just doesn't look good. Make sure that you rag your copies well. Read the line and see where the best opportunity for a line break is and give it that line break. And don't try to go the full width of the copy in there.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Yeah, and I think little subtle things like that will make it a lot better. I generally think that you made this look pretty good, so I'm not going to nail you for any more than that. I think you're probably okay.
Okay.
One thing, go up to the top again. I know you're going to probably think this is crazy, but to be honest with you, my feeling is your pros and cons in application, you could make that text smaller. I would say try to get the word application to fit nicely with some breathing space on right and left. And then after you do that, set your pros and cons proportionate to that.
Okay.
Okay. And you might even, if you want to consider this, you might even make the depth of those buttons at the top slightly narrower. I don't think they have to be quite as deep. So we're talking very subtle little things to visually make it prettier. And you might even try giving it a little bit more space on those three because those are your main topics.
Mm-hmm.
So you could give a little extra space between them and the first product.
Like between.
Between the first line of product and those buttons.
Okay.
That's it. Subtle little things just to make it look pretty. Pros and cons of social and traditional media. I would maybe not do it that way. I'd go pros and cons of, and then social and traditional media.
Okay.
Then that way you'll have less space there, less line there. And again, since this is such a long thing, if you can narrow that header a little bit by fixing those lines, narrow the header a little bit, you can then move everything up a little bit, and this piece could be a little less deep.
Instead of making the header bigger text-wise.
Yeah, I'd make that a little bit, I'd move it up. There you go. And now you can select everything except the background and move that all up. And now you've got something that's a little bit smaller, and you can adjust the artboard to make the artboard a little bit smaller, and it's not quite as deep because it is a very deep piece.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Good. I think you're in great shape.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm glad you guys came, and I had a lot of fun doing this.
So did I. Thanks a lot.
Robert, you good?
I'm trying to be.
Okay. Uh-oh, Robert sounds like he's stressed.
Aw.
Did I ruin your night, Robert?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Okay, guys, listen, if you need me, come and see me tomorrow night. I'll be in the Blackboard Collaborate. I'll be more than happy to help you. Make sure you put notes in indicating that, we were working on this stuff so that I can remember. Like I say, I'm beginning to get a little bit old and the memory sometimes fades, but just make sure that you notify me that we worked on it in class so I'll remember it. I probably will, but it pays to be extra careful, okay?
Okay.
All right, you guys, unless you have something else you want to ask me, I will say good night and maybe see you tomorrow night.
Quick question.
Yeah,
Quick question.
Go ahead, Rob.
For my like package and all that stuff, do you want that right under each image? Or do you want it above it?
You mean the title?
Yeah.
Yeah, put it underneath them.
Underneath
Yeah,
the
I don't like you had them all the way at the bottom and you had them vertical. First of all, vertically it looks terrible. Second of all the way at the bottom kind of is like a disjointed a disjointed presentation. You want the name if you're going to use the name, and you saw that, I believe, June, right? You saw June didn't use it at all. So
I didn't even see her screen.
Oh, you
I was
didn't?
busy working on mine.
June didn't use hers at all. So if you decide you don't want to put the names under there, you cannot. It's not the end of the world. So either way, use the name or don't use the name. June did not use the name, and hers looked fine. So it's up to you. It's up to you. You can eliminate that as an element. I have no problem. But again, make sure that when you do this, it reads well and looks organized well.
Okay.
That should do it.
Alrighty, thank you.
Okay, you have a good night, everybody.
I'm trying. Night.
Or have a night.